After winning a duel against Runt, I mentioned performing a side arc on this challenge. We are to fight Sir Hagen Zoul and claim his sword. The noble sword, this sword is well balanced and has great stats on both slash and stabbing. To get this sword and win against Hagen, we must initiate the Band of Bastards DLC. But before we start this video, please consider subscribing. I do KCD content and play medieval-themed games, and I would appreciate the support. Now, let us begin our quest in beating Hagen Zoul. The story begins with me talking to Sir Radzig. For those who don't know, you can immediately start the Band of Bastards DLC without triggering the Merhojed Plague quest line. Some may have a problem since the game doesn't give you time to breathe and do side quests, but there's a perfect opportunity after clearing out Pribyslavitz. And how do you talk to Sir Radzig without entering the conference room and starting the main quest? Well, simply wait around 7 AM in the game. Sir Radzig will walk around Castle Prishtein, and specifically, he will exit this tower. After talking to him, you can then trigger the Band of Bastards DLC. Following the quest, we are then sent to Kuno's encampment south of Ledechko, north from Rate. Arriving in camp, Henry is greeted by a silent fellow named the Stone, who lost his tongue to the executioner.
What's up with him? Cat got his tongue? No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him.
We are then given a grand tour while having a meet and greet with the other members of the crew.
Well, it ain't a pretty sight. Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Then finally we meet Sir Kuno. For those wondering, this video will not dive deep on the story of the Band of Bastards DLC. Rather, it will be a summary of my experience with wearing no clothes or armor. If you want a deep dive on the Band of Bastards DLC, here's a video I previously made. Continuing, I'm then told to face off with Dangler to prove that I can wield a sword.
Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
Oh, gee!
After getting hit, I immediately failed and was told to try again. There is a bed nearby to rest and lick my wound. After trying again, finally winning against Dangler, we can then immediately start the first patrol. After riding with the crew for a bit, we see smoke on the horizon. We then opted to rush towards the smoke. We find ourselves faced with a massacre. Bodies on the ground, just like Neuhoff. We can find this note stabbed on a shield. Giving it to Sir Kuno, we progress. Kuno recognizes the crest, and we are then told to go back to Sir Radzig. However, we can tell him that we plan to look for the bandits who did this massacre. Knowing exactly where they are, we can jump over this fence and see this path, marked by a dead horse. Rushing through the thicket, you will find these bandits through a clearing. Rushing and fighting these bandits would be suicide, considering my current disposition. So we rushed back to Sir Kuno. However, being the dimwit that I am, I've gotten lost and stumbled upon a bandit encampment.
Could he have vanished to? Must be here somewhere.
Being pinned by a dog, I am then easily killed by another bandit who promptly did so. Returning to my last save file, I woke up back at the encampment and was forced to challenge and fight Dangler again. Doing all the sequence once again, we return where we left off. This time, I thoroughly followed the path back to Sir Kuno. Reporting to him, he rallied the other members of the crew to face off against the bandits. And so here we are, by the clearing, a great battleground for a big fight. We then fight the bandits carefully, considering that with one hit, I could easily go down. After winning the fight, I did the traditional Henry looting session and then report back to Sir Kuno, who then promptly tells us to report back to Sir Radzig.
Right, we'll have a look around here for, clues. Meanwhile, Henry, you go and report to Radzig.
Rushing back to Rate and reporting to Sir Radzig, he tells us to deal with Hagen Zoul ourselves. And so we do. As it is my plan in today's video, now that we've reported to Sir Radzig, we can return to Kuno's encampment to start the second patrol. We go north close to Ujits. We patrolled reaching nightfall, the silence of the dim night sky broken by the cry of a woman asking for help. Considering that I do not have enough charisma and speech, I cannot ask Kuno to help this woman, and so we skip to just finishing off the drunk bandits on the ground. After which we can collect the spoils of war and promptly drink with Kuno and his gang. After getting drunk ourselves, we are left close to Ujits in a debilitated drunk state. So, we rested at Ujits and returned to Sir Kuno the next day. After returning to Sir Kuno, we can initiate the third patrol. After a quick foreshadowing,
What's the matter with Jakey? No back talk.
I gave him a swig of schnapps at supper. Perhaps it made a man of him overnight.
Or that boar piss of yours took away his will to live.
Zastubi device potoki wina, nespenis nesere semezis viva, nespenis nesere eskas eslari, citali piem neste vainam havi. Hey! Ciężkie przytele plemeno hari, puści eksovia bona dzierżali, serce poli
we are then ambushed, placed in a tight spot.
Brother, where are you?
All right, Henry?
I'm coming, brother! Second! Catch the horse next!
We're on the river bank.
We have to get back to the bank, quick, before they cut us off.
We are then told to fight our way out.
God damn!
Fighting, but still looting. We managed to get out of this pickle. We are then told to split up by Sir Kuno. At this moment, I would like to take the opportunity to take out these bandit encampments, while the other members of Kuno's band are present, as they will assist me in clearing out these menfolk.
Weak at the knees.
What are you...
After doing so, I sell my loot at Sasau, then go straight back to Kuno's encampment to rest and wait for the rest of the crew. Once they arrive, we can now ask Sir Kuno what to do next. He will then ask us to hunt down Jakey, the member's suspected, or rather guilty, traitor of the mercenary crew. He will be at the inn at the Glade, spending his 20 pieces of silver. Upon arrival, you can ask Andrew to point you to where Jakey is. A quick speech check and you'll find him by these woods. After dealing with him, we can rush straight back to Kuno. Note that no matter how you deal with Jakey, he will always tell you that Hagen is planning to raid Samopesh. And so, our goal. Beating Sir Hagen and taking his sword is closer at hand. After relaying this information to Kuno, we ride straight to Samopesh, where we see Sir Hagen's colors, implying that he wants to parley.
Let's parlay.
Upon arrival, we all know that Hagen will bribe Kuno. I can easily convince Kuno to stay and fight for Sir Radzig. But for the sake of this video, we shall duel Sir Hagen Zoul man to man. And so the bout begins.
Doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Smash him to pieces!
You're right.
Slow as fuck.
Rush him to
Brave you piece!
Dog a hair, boy.
Shame on Radzig. Glory to the House of Zoul.
For it, sir.
Fucking.
Ow. Gone weak at the knees, have you?
You should have dug your own grave, you piece of shit! Your own shit! Glory to the House of Zoul!
Shame on.
You'll get
Glory
that
to
bomb.
the House of Zoul.
This. Coming.
Go for it, sir! Smash him to pieces!
Go.
Radzig! Glory to the House of Zoul!
Gone weak at the. Rush him to pieces.
Go for it, sir! Pieces like a dog of hair, boy! Sword, sir!
I'm going to enjoy this.
You should have dug your own
Your
grave.
call back comes.
He'll rip you to pieces like
Is that all you got?
Slow as fuck.
He'll rip you to pieces
I'll
like
slaughter
a
you.
dog.
Come here, lily liver.
You
should have taken a wooden sword, sir. Give the bastard a chance.
Destroy the little fucker! Destroy...
Expect that.
You should have taken a wooden sword.
Bring it on.
You'll rip it to pieces like a dog of hair, boy.
Do you surrender?
After a hard-fought victory, I was contemptuous of the outcome, until I walked to claim my prize and then got killed by one of Sir Hagen's men.
Who are you?
Apparently, if Sir Hagen lives and doesn't get knocked out, you cannot take his gear. And so my blood boiled out of frustration. I drank some Artemisia potion and Aqua Vitalis. Went to Kuno, but this time I wasn't getting ready to parley. I was getting ready to kill this son of a bitch. After finally taking Sir Hagen down, I finally had peace. Taking all his wares, I needed to let off some steam before reporting back to Sir Radzig. Luckily, the faint-hearted knight is here to challenge me to a duel.
Come here,
Brother's right. I'm useless.
After winning, I felt bad, as he said he was dubbed useless by her mother. So to prove to him that he wasn't useless, I turned him into a very useful target practice for me and my archery skills. After hunting him down, I was rewarded with his wares and a bit of archery XP. I reported back to Sir Radzig, and I finally ended the Band of Bastards DLC. And there you go, me beating Sir Hagen and finishing the Band of Bastards DLC without wearing anything. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate the support. And now that this video is over, let me tell you what comes next. In the next episode, I plan to beat Ulrich the Mysterious Knight. I believe it would be easy considering that I easily won against Sir Hagen, but who knows, there might still be a challenge.